Hey guys, it's Jonah here, back once again with another beer review. You know how we roll. And I was going to finish off the Manchester ones over the next couple of days, but I couldn't resist. So I'm going to do the first of the Spain beers from Beer 52. And yeah, I thought I'd do this one because it's a bottle of beer. I quite like the bottles. And two, why the hell not? So we're going to do this one. As you saw probably yesterday, this is the bottle from Tyris, or Cerveza Tyris. It's the blonde beer. They are from Valencia in Spain, in the Catalan region up in the north. 4.5%, and it's quite the sweet and malty bad boy. It says a very balanced beer with high presence of malt in both aroma and flavour, accompanied by light touches of citrus and herbal hops. They give a refreshing point to the drink. Medium bodied, medium carbonation, dry finish, with a pleasant sensation in the mouth and a long drink. Without astringency, medium low bitterness, durable in the mouth, and as you see down here, we have got Cascade, a Mosaic. So I'm wondering, is it going to be Spanish Cascade? Who knows what that's going to be like? Or are they importing hops from the United States? So let's have a look at the bottle. The bottle is pretty cool. So looks pretty traditional. De Fabrión de Artesana. So artisan beer. It even says craft beer on there. Icon Lepulo Fresco. So cool, whatever that means. And then around the back, we have got all sorts of craziness in Spanish and English, which is kind of cool. May contain wheat traces. Nothing else. Okay, that's kind of cool. IBU's 18. SRM is 8. As I said before, 4.5%. And this is really cool. Oh, the other thing is, it's even got a little thing on the cap, which, oh, I even hit the camera this time. We're going to focus. There we go. Tyris Craft and Creative Beers, which is pretty cool. And I couldn't find a Spanish thing, so Venus will have to do. There we go. Crack that bad boy open. Any smokers? Oh, yeah, man, it is hoppy. So let me drop those bad boys on the floor. We have got my tulip, and this is a 33 bottle, I believe, so it should easily fit in here. And this is meant to be a pale ale, but I was half expecting it to be kind of more lager-like. I think this is going to be a nice one. So, reasonably clear, not super clear. Maybe that's what the trace of wheat does. You can see through it, but it's a tiny bit hazy. Hardly any carbonation. I usually call this kind of crop circle effect a fingernail's worth of head. Oh, the aroma is lovely. Zesty, fruity, peach, maybe a touch of orange, that kind of stuff. Let us do a nice thing for the front of this video. There we go. You'll probably see if I've been successful. If I am, obviously I tend to put them at the front. It's the thumbnail, I believe they call it. Smells really fresh as well. Nice. Anyway, cheers and beers to Thirsty Tuesday. Usually Thirsty Thursday, but we'll say Thirsty Tuesday. We'll see what we get in this bad boy. Oh, lovely, fresh. Does have a bit of carbonation there. sweet malts, little bit of spice as well on the malts. But yeah, the hops are doing something really nice. Nice peach, little bit of fruitiness. Have to say, not too much Mosaic like. So I imagine Mosaic is probably paying a back seat maybe to the Cascade. I'm getting more Cascade vibes. Um, and Cascade used to be the daddy of all hops. Everyone was loving Cascade. But these days kind of taken over by Citra. So it's nice to see Cascade again. Oh. And to me, very reminiscent of East Kent Goldings, or at least somewhat, not exactly the same. That's interesting. The malt is, yeah, definitely a higher presence than you would have in an American style kind of pale ale, or even an English kind of bitter. This is a low level of bitterness, sweetness there from the malts, but a tiny bit of spiciness, almost like a rye. There's just this little extra touch to the malt profile. And meanwhile, like I say, not super bitter, so not really thirst quenching, but gives a nice kind of fruity. You've got that peach. You have got that kind of citrusy type thing. And there's the carbonation. Yeah, lovely fruity overtones, but not like an incredibly juicy beer. Definitely not an IPA. I thought this was going to be a lot more lager-like, but this is really like a nice old school pale ale. But yeah, not bitter at all. Very bizarre, but really nice. This would go really nicely if you were drinking a fair few of these on something like maybe a summer evening, maybe before like an aperitif or something before some food. You could probably have this with a barbecue, although you might want to, slightly more bitters kind of lagery type thing with a barbecue or an IPA, really. But this could also be a nice lawnmower kind of beer. Okay, 4.5% is probably a little bit strong for people that are going to drink loads of these. But I reckon you can have about 3 or 4 of these before you got really, really bladdered. Really simple, nice, clean beer. Little bit of sweetness. I'm surprised by the simplicity of this one. I'm really impressed. If you are in Spain, or if you can get Spanish beers, Tyris is definitely one to try. Looks a little bit. I thought this was going to be lager-like because it's got all the cerveza kind of branding and that kind of stuff, but that just means beer essentially. Really nice, really fruity, nice little bit of twist in the sweetness of the malt, giving a tiny hint of spice there too. Get some of this if you can. If you're going on holiday to Spain this year, why not seek this out? Unclejona will recommend this to you. Guys, this has been Unclejona here. If you've liked this beer review, and why wouldn't you if you stayed this long, please click like down below. It really helps the channel out. And if you want to see more beer reviews, why not click subscribe and flick that bell, because then you'll never miss one. I try and do an upload every day, but last few days I've missed because I've been doing other kind of videos, or because I've been out pounding the streets and drinking real beers in pubs. Guys, you take care of yourself. We'll be back tomorrow with more beer reviews.